Welcome back, fans and friends. For this upcoming video, I have vintage ad cars. So you can see here, Series 10. This is the 1946 Ford Super Deluxe Convertible. Obviously brought to us by Greenlight. There you can see it. So I'm kind of disappointed. I don't see that the hood is opening. I want to see the 239 engine. But anyway, I'll leave the ad like that. So why you'll like driving into our home-owned stations, Chevron gas station. And as you can just see there, they do make it easy enough to read. You can pause the video if you like to read it. I'm not going to push the video to 10 minutes just because I don't want to read that. There you have Adult Collectible. Like I said, they added this recently. Not recently, within the last year. In an attempt to either sell more of them or to make some sort of premier-like feel to these ads. Sorry, these models, Greenlight. And there you see Chevron Supreme Gasoline and RPM Motor Oil, standard of California products. Ironically, they are moving away from that now. As you can just see there, hand-drawn art and everything. It does look really nice, don't get me wrong. Anyway, I had some success with this video. We'll see how this one goes. I do see these occasionally turn up on the shelves, but the Camaros tend to be hit and miss. They have a lot of defects with them, and the defects cross over into all the vehicles. Gran Torino I've already covered twice. And the Suburban Silverado I had mixed results with as well. So with this Ford, it does not have one feature of the Ford's Deluxe line that I think it should have stylistically. It's a stylistic issue, it's not a production issue. And so what is this issue? You can only do it after I do my next video. So it will be impossible. People who know these cars will be able to tell right away, but I obviously will not. I know of the car, I don't know very, very well. So unfortunately, like I said, there is no popping open the hood, which is kind of sad. Anyway, you can see there, we'll start with this. It is a convertible with a light beige interior, orange exterior, black steering wheel. You can just see there the wipers do the very rare folding in onto the windshield, two-piece windshield, making the huge panes of glass to not come common, I believe, until the late 50s, early 60s. And so there we have the grille with red accents and the bumper with the standoffs. So you'll see in I have an upcoming video, I will do another Ford convertible Deluxe. It does not have this. Also, it has these two lights moved underneath the normal headlights, and it's supposed to have red accents. I think actually this vehicle was supposed to have the red accents, but everything else stylistically is done well. Anyway, no front license plates, as you know. Holy American car. The wheel appears to be reasonably round. What I mean by that is the white walls. Sometimes on Greenlights they are not. You can just see there a little bit of the paint application. Door handles painted on. There's the keyhole. Nice and rounded. I do believe they changed 1947s to have a more angular look to them. Simplified production and a few other reasons too. Obviously the door does not open. And you can just see there the center the console. And I do enjoy seeing the steering wheel like that. Dials, foot pedals, everything else is there. And onto the back, we have a 1946. This is based, I believe, off the Ford 1941 model. The A is just a reference to it. And sorry, I believe I missed the gas cap is right there on the left side, on the driver's side, which is, I believe, the correct side. 3-piece painting onto the each of the rear lights. You have the orange base, silver rim, and the red light. Middle of the trunk is where the handle is. It actually opens very rarely. This happens in cars nowadays, but the latch is in the middle there, and the handle, as you can see there, which is not a separate piece, it is just an extension of the trunk and then painted on top. Two more standoffs for the bumper. Onto the right side, you have everything else same as the left side. There is no gas cap, and the wheels, that one is okay. That one is okay. When I do the next car, you'll see, obviously, that there is some difference in the wheels. It has a lightened metallic look rather than the solid orange we have here. Anyway, back into the front. Nothing else, strangely, because this is actually a vintage ad car. The model has absolutely, besides obviously the license plate, no lettering whatsoever to tell us that Super Deluxe. Obviously, we can't pop the hood, so we can't see that 239 engine. You can just see there, it's not painted properly, but otherwise, you know, you have everything else, embossing and all that stuff. There's the door handle, cup holder, all that stuff is reasonably well done. Obviously, this is a two-door coupe slash convertible. Bench rear seat. And onto the bottom, there is the limited edition number I have, the 4627, casting of last year, although the package itself is from 2024. And so here we have, unfortunately, 1946 Ford Convertible Club Coupe. So what does that mean? That means that it's obviously, because I don't believe that Super Deluxe was also, there could have been some spacing. It would have been Deluxe rather than Deluxe. The Deluxe one word would have been for the 1941 trim of the vehicle. Anyway, you can see there, GL227. Sorry, I believe it is 227, so chart 237A. So it's already been revised once. We have there the 30th day of last year. And there you have it again. 30th day of last year, not really important if you're going to take it out of the package because that is going straight into the recycling, so it is irrelevant. But you can just see, finally they've decided to print it properly there. Greenlight, made in China, obviously we all know that. It's just, I'm not, so you obviously it's 1941. And then it's the deluxe version of the car. It was temporary after 1948. They just reverted back to deluxe being a trim on a different car, not the 1941 model. They introduced their 1949. But here we have it, the underside. So for the second part of the video, we have here, and I'll try to be quick, is another one, 1947 Ford Deluxe Convertible. We're going to find out if it does anything better or worse than the other one. And this is Series 5, California Lowriders, and obviously contains one die-cast vehicle, but as you can see, it says the Deluxe Collectible up there, 1/64 scale, rather than the, obviously they can do their packaging however they want. So, and on to this one. Is there anything else I want to get? I've already done this one. I've done a very good version of this. I don't need another one. Maybe if I see the, I do enjoy these 1960 Impalas. And you can see this one happens to have two of them. But they're not as easy to find. And unfortunately, they're not like the Maisto version of this, where you can actually elevate and de-elevate the wheels. Unfortunately, Greenlight does not have that capability. So 1947. There's the Deluxe Convertible, the Chevrolet Bel Air, also a nice car. These two, obviously not this generation, but the 55 and the 60s, early 60s Bel Air and Impala are extremely dissimilar. I have done a video on both of the cars, and at certain angles you cannot tell them apart. So, I'm going to go ahead and open it. And once again, you do get the car, just like its predecessor over there, in an insert, which is nice. Keeps it from being damaged twice, plus it's not really waterproof, but it's semi-waterproof. So, we'll start with the front. Once again, the wipers, although the wipers on this one, because of the orange trim of the car, they are much easier to tell. Unfortunately, this one, or unfortunately, it is a solid black, so it is a little bit more difficult to tell them apart. Onto the front, we have lots of accents. So the thing I was trying to get, and I'm not quite sure, is you see here there's these red accents, and the silver top was supposed to be on the 1946, and then they removed it after they started naming them in February to 1947. Another noticeable change is, like I said before, you see the lights are now not above the grille. They're right below the normal headlights. These are the brake lights or running lights, I think. You can just see there. So they've done that reasonably correctly. The bumper is also slightly changed. You don't see the standoffs. And also the ink itself, I believe, because Lowrider set is actually like a custom type set, so none of the paint schemes would be accurate. So as for the door handle, unfortunately the silver line across covers it up. It's right there. Key is just below it. It is extremely difficult, unfortunately, to tell. The older one is supposed to be more angular, but they look almost identical. There's absolutely no way to tell. Anyway, with the wheels though, we'll quickly go over that. You can see there, wheels are solid, like kind of look like the winter tires. I call them the single loop, and you can just see there. These ones have the cutouts, plus the main hubcap, you can just see there. These ones appear to be done reasonably well as well. We'll see the other side when I get to it. And the back, unfortunately, they don't paint anything onto the license plate. And you can just see there the door handle, sorry, the trunk handle, and key slot is completely gone. I assume they don't intend to put anything in there. You can just see there. I did really like that feature. Perhaps if there's a larger model, you can get that. Take us through its paces. You can just see there the teardrop shape painting scheme of the car. So I don't know otherwise, like I said, how they would go about opening that trunk with no handle on it. And the bumper, you can just see is spaced off, just as it is on the other one. Onto the right, so just the left side briefly. The gas cap is because of the paint, and you can just see there my fingerprints on the trunk. Gas cap. And nothing on the plates, which is disappointing, but what are you going to do? On to the right side, same thing, except the left side, this side does not have the gas cap. You have the handle there, the keyhole there. And I don't know, it looks like a little bit of a paint issue down there. Oh wait, no, I guess not. Or it's just the reflection, the angle of the vehicle. I apologize, it's not a paint issue. Bench, one piece, same as the other version. Steering wheel, almost exactly the same. And what we move to the console, it is probably impossible to tell if they've made any changes, because I thought the little sphere on the left side was gone, but it's not, it's there. Just hidden by the steering wheel. Like I said, it's rather difficult to tell because of the paint of the car, but it's all there. Like I said, most of the noticeable changes would have been the lights being moved from there to there, and this red accent I think was supposed to be on this car, but it does have red accents if you just look underneath where the orange lines are. Unfortunately, I thought it would be the whole grille just like this. And so onto the underside of the car. So unfortunately they're not doing it like the previous one, and you see here they do the Ford Deluxe Convertible 1947. There's the serial number, not serial number, limited edition number, the 3264, and here we have 237A GL, although the L is kind of faded. It's a relatively new casting, so I don't see why. Any other issues? It looks to be exactly the same, the body on frame. Remember, this is the two generations before they moved away from that. And so we have there 060 of last year. And where are you at? 06024, right in the bottom there. So everything else is pretty good. Like I said, the only thing a complaint, if you're looking at it from an authentic, although to be fair, the car's not painted authentically, I don't see it riding any lower actually than the normal one. So for a low rider, it is doing a very bad job of that. Like if you look here, they look almost the same. Almost identical, right? If you look like that, if you put them like that, there should be a gap where one of them is lower than the other, but they look exactly the same to me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe there is any actual low riding. Oh, so here's the last thing too, what I was saying, the 1946 has a smooth hood, while the 1947 has slightly changed it to a more angular. And this was obviously to save production costs and a bunch of other things. So there you have it. 1947 and 1946. This is the 47, this is the 46. They are both a deluxe convertible. This one, though, for some unknown reason, tells us it's the club coupe. It is a coupe, that's true. It's also convertible. Is it the club trim of the car? I have no idea. It just says super here on the tag. And unfortunately, instead of advertising a car, they're advertising a gas station. So that has to be my take on the matter. Anyway, they're actually, so are they better than Maisto? Well, if Maisto makes one of these, I'm probably going to get it. If they make it in a lowrider version, I brought that up before, the previous video. It's actually really well done. Plus you get the ability to elevate the car into 3 settings. You have the normal, you have the low and the high. Unfortunately, obviously this one is actually not any different than the normal one. So if it's up to you, if this like you balance accuracy with what you want out of it. Obviously, you're paying for it. You're going to keep it in the package. Keep it in the package. Don't take it out like I do. But I do believe, if you're going to make it, call it a lowrider, because the Bel Air that I did was actually, sorry, not a Bel Air, Impala was a lowrider version of the standard car. You could see a vast difference. And the Maisto version of the car, you could actually lower it if you wanted to. But anyway, that's just my take on this. This comes from Toronto. Oh, I didn't do the speed test. And there you have which one rolls better. The 1946 is no slouch. Fortunately, we don't get to see the 239 engine, but that's okay. There might be another one some other time. Anyway, thanks for watching. This comes from Toronto, and until the next one.